Assalamualaikum and hi everyone. Greetings to all, especially to my honored lecturer, Professor Madya T.S. Dr. Henry. First of all, I would like to introduce myself. My name is Nur Fatih Nabila and I will be talking about cocoa black pod rot disease. In this presentation, I will be explaining about the causal pathogen, disease symptoms and signs, effects on plant function, and lastly, disease control. First, I will talk about the causal pathogen of this black pod rot disease. Cocoa black pod rot, also known as PPR, is a disease which is caused by Phythopthora palmivora. It attacks the cocoa pod, which causes the cocoa pod to die. Other species of Phythopthora also attack rubber leaves and causes abnormal leaf fall. So, how does this thing attack our cocoa? Phythopthora thrives to wet, high humidity conditions and warm temperatures. Since Malaysia has tropical climate, this Phythopthora has higher outbreaks specifically during monsoon seasons. This pathogen is necrotroph, which they kill the cells to feed on the dead tissue. Its life cycle are both asexual and sexual, where in asexual, the sporulation produces zoospores and germinate directly during wet conditions, and while in sexual, sporulation produces oospores, survive and stay in soil or dead tissues during dry conditions. This pathogen spreads through rain splash, run-off water, which is by irrigation, and contamination, which is by contaminated tool, human shirt, animal fur, and others. Based on this plant disease triangle, disease occurred when each sides of triangle were available. As you can see here, in pathogen we have Phythopthora palmivora, in host we have cocoa tree, and in environment we have the wet and high humidity. All of this concluded the disease, which is the black pod rot disease. Next, I will talk about the disease symptoms and signs. This pathogen showed symptoms of brownish spots on fruit. Not long after, the infection spread, where the brown spot will turn black and cover the fruit surface. The pathogen showed signs of sporangia on the outer surface of the fruit. This pathogen will move deeper in the pods and eventually attack the cocoa beans. This also caused the entire pod rot and became useless. The pod then may infect other parts of the tree, such as the stems, branches, leaves, and other nearby pods. Soon, cankers will start to develop at the bulk of the infected stems and branches. Here are the examples of cocoa PPR symptoms and signs. Next, effects on plant functions. Firstly, the rotten pod and beans will be useless and cause loss of reproductivity. Since the pods and the beans are the reproductive organs of cocoa, loss of pods and beans will lead to cocoa unable to produce more seeds. Secondly, the pathogens are infectious and may spread. The pathogen can move from pod to branches. Infected branches can cause cankers, which disrupt the transport and nutrients. Lastly, seed availability will decrease. As infected beans lost their value, therefore it could not be used to make chocolate and unable to replant seeds in the future. Moving on to next, the disease control. There are 5 ways to control Phythopthora, which were cultural control, physical control, resistant variety, chemical control, and IDM. Cultural control are by pruning, which reducing the canopy of cocoa tree, allow the light to penetrate inside and makes the cocoa tree less wet. Next, physical control are by sanitation, which are by removing any infected pods to reduce infection rate. Thirdly, resistant variety, which is by using clones that has resistance of Phythopthora or seeds that has disease-free Phythopthora. Fourthly, chemical control, which is by using copper-based fungicide to kill the pathogen immediately and reduce spreading. Lastly, IDM, which stands for Integrated Disease Management. Under the Malaysian Cocoa Board Guide, the pathogen must be excluded, which is quarantine the infected plant to separate the infected and prevent further spreading. Next, cultural method, by pruning, allowing light to penetrate and space to keep the canopy dry. After that, eradication, which is by conducting sanitation to reduce source of infection. And lastly, protection by using fungicide to kill pathogen immediately and keep away from entering other healthy pots. Prevention is always better than cure. An integrated approach is the only way to keep cocoa plantation healthy. To wrap up, remember that Phythopthora palmivora is water mold that lives on wet conditions. Therefore, if we manage the environment through pruning and keep the cocoa plantation clean through sanitations, we can reduce the pathogen and eventually eliminate it. Thank you for watching. Any questions you would like to ask, you can comment down below.